Sunshine! Dragon Ball Z Abridged is over.
And the Dragon Ball fandom is still reeling from Team 4 Star's announcement back in February of 2020. But, you know, all good things must come to an end. My experience with DBZA was probably like a lot of you. About a decade ago during the infamous Dragon Ball drought, before Dragon Ball Super and while Dragon Ball Z Kai was busy being the, let's say, underwhelming reboot for the series that has since grown on me, but that's another topic for another day. I was just a kid embellishing myself with YouTube poops and the explosion of meme culture, starving for some fresh Dragon Ball material. And a handful of superfans, not too dissimilar from myself, would provide that, fortunately. Dragon Ball Z Abridged was an adaptation of the original Z series that honestly I never knew I wanted. It was full of accentuated character traits and modern humor, literally like a sitcom version of the original series. And it was great. This is a series that I was able to grow with since its start as a low-budget viral sensation, all the way up until its grand finale hundreds of millions of views later. I was there when 80% of the channel got deleted, and eventually the entire thing, multiple times. When the website first launched and TFS officially became a thing, the launch of TFS Gaming, and for every single hiatus and episode update, simply because the series had that much of an impact on me, you know? You could tell that there was tons of passion and love put into each witty one-liner and every ridiculous sidebar comment. Not only did DBZA accomplish a humanization of Dragon Ball like nothing else has, but it also succeeded in making me fall in love with its characters all over again. And that is the topic of today's video. My top 10 favorite characters from Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Now, this wasn't even a thought in my head to do until Team 4 Star chose to call it quits on the entire series. Now I just feel like it's only right, you know? Don't really have much of a criteria for this video as I do with my other ones. This is entirely based off of subjective favoritism. And honestly, the list could be way longer, but that's why we have honorable mentions.
Krillin, you're alive! Just give him a minute.
Okay, Trunks, don't be nervous. He's just a normal guy. Just introduce yourself. So, you're Sun Wukong, right?
Damn it!
Another reason I want to kill Son Goku? He is so orange. It's like, come on, there are other colors. Am I right?
No! None of that! Shame on you!
I own you! I own your planet! I own this planet! In fact, this planet!
Yeah, some of y'all are gonna be mad that they aren't on the list. Sorry, not sorry. Let's get it cracking. Number 10.
Hi, I'm Nappa, and that's Vegeta. He was a prison bitch.
Shut the hell up, Nappa.
Okay?
Probably the second biggest success story of the first season. I mean, it says a lot when a character is so cherished and beloved that he's brought back multiple times. Ghost Nappa, A-list Nappa, you name it. Abridged Nappa is so fascinating to me simply because TFS was able to take a fairly run-of-the-mill, muscle-bound, meat-headed anime henchman and transform him into a lovable oaf, full of quotables. Any of the OG DBZA fans know that episodes 5 through 9 is what really got this whole shit started, let me tell you.
Vegeta! Look! A Pokemon!
I'm not a Pokemon! I'm Chaozu! Chaozu!
You hear that, Vegeta? It's a Chaozu!
Each episode is just absolutely chock full of memeable material. DBZA's best. Of course, before they really came into their own. And it's all because of Nappa. In such a short amount of time, he became a top 10 abridged character to me. At one point, he was even number 1. He's honestly just hilarious, and in 2010/2011, I was quoting everything he said.
Well, it's been fun, kid. I mean, for me, not for you. As for you, everyone important to you is dead.
Hey, I'm still alive!
Everyone important.
Number 9.
I'm here for Chaozu. We need to train.
But Tien, the doctor said if your shoulders get any bigger...
That's why we don't see him anymore.
Tien Shinhan's character really came into its own during the Android saga. Before then, he was pretty much just Tien, albeit with a few dashes of dry humor sprinkled on top. But after being revived, along with Chaozu, but this ain't about him, Tien truly becomes Captain Smartass. I'd argue more so than Piccolo. It's not like TFS wasn't already great with using every ounce of existing material to their advantage, but because he was involved a whole lot more during the Android saga, it really allowed for Tien to be the perfect straight man to most of the cast, a role that someone like Piccolo or Gohan played for the Saiyan and Namek sagas before it, but still not to the degree of sass that Tien was able to.
Oh hey, Vegeta.
What?
Nice shirt.
And there it is!
Seeing a character like Tien Shinhan bounce off of a Vegeta or Piccolo or Krillin and even Cell always left me laughing, because it's like Tien is low-key the most sensible and logical of the entire group, but it's just absolutely disregarded because Saiyans. It's honestly the reason why I expected more from Tien in Dragon Ball Super, but alas.
Damn it! I have to contact Gohan! Gohan!
Cat loves food, yeah. Cat loves... You heard nothing.
Number 8.
Don't feel bad, Mr. Popo. I'm his best friend, so that means only I can call him Little Green. Right, Little Green? No!
You will call me Dendy! Dendy! Say it! Say my name!
Dendy! Dendy!
No. Super Kami Dendy.
Little Green!
My name is Dendy.
I honestly did not expect TFS to go down the route of giving Dendy a homoerotic crush. Let's call it a lustful admiration for Gohan, but hot dang it, they pulled it off wonderfully. On Namek, Dendy was a little bit like Tien from the Android saga in the sense that he was the biggest smartass of the entire season pretty much, and low-key the MVP, but that's more so a testament to the original canon. In the abridged canon, however, Dendy was just a prick, but hilariously and justifiably so. I mean, he just got his entire race killed by Frieza and Vegeta, so you know what? Screw him.
Say Dendy.
Dendy.
Now say, please heal me, Dendy.
Please heal me, Dendy.
Well, since you asked so nicely.
But yeah, after being revived, Dendy just madly fell in love with Gohan, and I guess because he was the only one to call him by his actual name, and oh lord, it only got worse after Gohan went Super Saiyan. But yeah, Dendy always had me cracking up, and fuck Krillin, but shout out to Team 3-Star.
So then you'll help us?
No, Bullcut. I'm going to help Gohan. Speaking of whom, loving the new do, Gohan. Rockin' that blonde.
Oh, thanks. Super Saiyan style,
Delightful.
Number 7.
Sir, we don't have a television.
Nail, gather the rest of the Dragon Balls and wish for a plasma TV.
Lord Guru, that would be a grievous misuse of their powers.
I'm about to misuse my hand upside your head.
I'm sorry, Nail and Dendy, and the countless amounts of Namekians that lost their lives long ago because the homie Super Kami Guru got thirsty and all, but in all fairness, he is hilarious, and we've all quoted everything he said. All hail Takahata-sama, because Guru is literally like Nappa 2.0 in the sense that he was pretty much the funniest character in Season 2. Not only was Guru hilariously abusive to all of his people, but I also really appreciate how much lore TFS was able to squeeze into Guru's character, like his connection to Slug for example, and the true story of what happened to the albino Namekians. The less said about that, the better.
Uh-oh.
Kill him!
I could easily see Guru making sporadic returns to the abridged series, similar to what they did with Nappa, but seeing as how TFS has officially called it quits, I don't think that's likely. It's fine though, we still have the best of montage videos, guys. Time heals all wounds, okay? I'll be fine.
Guru, sir, I have a question.
Ask away.
You've been around for so long. Just how old are you?
I am this many.
You didn't raise your hand.
That's how old I am.
Number 6.
Called it.
Rule number 1 of Popo's training. Never speak about Popo's training. Rule number 2 of Popo's training. Understand the pecking order. Rule number 3 of Popo's training. There's Kami, Super Kami Guru, Super Kami Dendy, but Popo is love, Popo is life. Rule number 4 of Popo's training. Okay, I think this joke has run its course. Mr. Popo is another one of those characters that TFS just took and twisted into something so utterly ridiculous that I never knew I wanted it, to be honest.
I'm so f***ing high right now.
Mr. Popo became a phenomenon, to say the least. I mean, who would have thought that this guy would become one of the biggest anime memes ever? Not just of Abridged series or even Dragon Ball, but the entire anime community as a whole. You cannot escape Popo's glare, and I'll probably suffer an eternal hell for ranking him at only number 6, but I'm sorry, Popo-sama, you weren't giving that many lines compared to the others. Please, spare me.
Alright, maggots, listen up. Popo's about to teach you the pecking order. It goes you, the dirt, the worms inside of the dirt, Popo's stool, Kami, then Popo. Any questions?
Number 5.
And as you can see, every dog has its...
The following contains violence, coarse language, and adult situations not suitable for minors. Viewer discretion is advised.
King Takahata is back once again with yet another great caricature of another character. The appeal of Cell to me over the other major villain of the series, Frieza, is that we knew who Frieza's character was from the jump. It only intensified, I guess, with each transformation. However, with Cell, we actually got to see him grow up in a sense. It's like with each transformation, Cell matured, if you want to call it that. His first incarnation was as a childish and psychopathic serial people drinker, almost like a really perverse mutant toddler causing havoc for the sake of boredom.
Mr. Cell, but you're just saying that. Oh, I don't say that to every town I come across. Mr. Cell, please absorb me. Oh, don't worry. I'll get around to it. But I need you right now, Mr. Cell. Okay, I'm in the middle of something right now. No, right now, Mr. Cell. Right now.
Bitch, I do what I want!
Then, by absorbing 17, he retains some of his immature antics, but also gains some boastfulness and being one step closer to perfection. And I guess you could say that was a little bit of 17's traits as well. Then, Perfect Cell is simply a perfect, you see what I did there? Perfect mixture of Frieza, Vegeta, and Goku, which he should be, because yeah. And that's why I prefer him over Frieza. Abridged Frieza is great in the space KKK kind of way, but is a direct contrast to someone like Goku. Whereas Cell retains Frieza's snarkiness, but also keeps Goku's reckless abandonment and Vegeta's pompousness. There's a reason why the Cell game shorts did so well, and half of that is due to Cell's overall colorfulness and depth as a character in a series full of over-the-top characters.
So, you gonna take a swing? Or are you just gonna stand there staring into my eyes?
Oh, what was that? I was busy staring into your eyes.
Oh, you beautiful Saiyan bastard, just punch me already!
Number 4.
You know, it's not so bad. I mean, sure, I've seen more people die than most people my age. Or really, most people in general. Then again, I don't really know anyone my own age. My best friends are a 26-year-old dwarf and a giant green alien who constantly hits me. Still, better than my dad. At least they're around. Huh, where did that come from?
Gohan is here because it's honestly impressive how TFS managed to keep him as the most innocent and regular character of the entire Abridged series. But then again, if you think about it, that does fit right in line with his whole narrative in Z of him never really fitting in amongst the fighters despite being Goku's son. Abridged Gohan is a character of subtleties, in a series rife with other outlandish personalities, and that truly has to be commended. His dynamics with Krillin and Goku are that he is the rock, basically, that reels in their over-the-top buffoonery, balancing it out, you know? With Vegeta and Piccolo, though, he's the wisecracking smartass, or in other words,
nerd! What?
And with Dendy, he's the fresh piece of meat, to say the least. Then comes his Super Saiyan 2 transformation, which was handled so well, but with all the expanded lore, 16's more developed character, and his relationship with Goku being way more self-aware than it was in the original canon, and the rescore, whew! I will be lying if I didn't admit that it made me relive the moment from when I was like 5 or 6, first witnessing the transformation. Abridged Gohan was the most human Gohan we'd ever see in my opinion, which only makes sense really.
Oh, well, how nice of you to finally come and get me! Only let me stranded all on my own to fend for myself! Planet's going to hell, I almost died, and I'm freaking the f*** out!
Bulma, how high would you have to fall from to hit terminal velocity? I thought so.
Number 3.
Wow, unreal. My gosh. This is amazing! I feel incredible! Yes, 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 yes! I can win! I feel great! I can do this! What
are you doing?
Nothing.
Okay, now we've entered the territory of TFS characters that can legitimately be disputed on whether or not Dragon Ball Z Abridged had any influence on how some characters are portrayed in modern Dragon Ball. Piccolo is one of them. He originally started as only a straight man for people like Goku and Nappa to bounce off of, but eventually became goofier in his own right, especially after the second season when TFS experimented with the Namekian fusion technique and created Piccolo's multiple personality disorder with Nail and Kami.
Of course not.
Isn't this the part where you chant to yourself?
Shut up.
Come now. We should do whatever feels right.
Oh, please no.
You can win. You feel great. You can do this.
Basically, he was Uncle Piccolo in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. The cool one that gives you shots while you're still in high school and saves your ass while you're being scolded by your parents. He was my favorite Lanny character until the arrival of the Prince of Saiyans. And speaking of, oh wait, but first.
Wow, I finally learned how to survive all by myself. Live on my own and surviving off the fat of the land. Mr. Piccolo will be so proud.
Number 2.
I, Vegeta, have finally become the legendary Super Saiyan!
By the end of this, you are going to be crying like a little bitch.
Bitch, you just jealous of my Super Saiyan swagger.
Prove to me right now that the difference between Buu Saga Vegeta and Dragon Ball Super Vegeta isn't abridged influence. Prove it to me right now. Come on, right now. Of course, neither party, TFS or Toei, will admit to the connection, but come on, man. Or maybe abridged Vegeta was so much on the nose that it's created a Mandela effect where Lanny Pator is now somehow the official Vegeta. Sorry, Christopher Sabat. But it's undeniable, honestly, that Vegeta is slightly goofier and fanservicey in DBS, leaning more towards the abridged version. Vegeta is my second favorite character from Dragon Ball Z Abridged because he honestly isn't too dissimilar from the actual Prince of Saiyans. It's the same good old egomaniacal prince from the original series, only with his pride and stubbornness turned up to 11 and his smugness turned up to like 73.
Well, Vegeta, you take the 500 on the right, I'll take the 500 on the left.
Screw you, I'll take 501.
That's the spirit.
A moment can't go by in this series without Vegeta hilariously roasting somebody or getting roasted but expertly deflecting. Go watch his battles with Goku, Frieza, 18, Cooler, Android 15, among many more. They are filled to the brim with Team 4 Star's best writing ever. Trust me.
I don't care how many people you fuse with, you'll never be as strong as a Super Saiyan.
Not really much of a milestone anymore.
As for me, I will find a level beyond a Super Saiyan.
So what? Like a Mega Saiyan? Ultra Saiyan?
You're mocking me.
Maximum Over Saiyan.
F*** off, Triclops!
Number 1.
I am the hope of the Omniverse. I am the light bulb in the darkness. I am the bacon in the fridge for all living things that cry out in hunger. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am the terror that flaps in the night. I am Son Goku, and I am a super!
I mean, how could it not be, right? Without a doubt, the most fun character of the entire Abridged series. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Goku stan and he's the main character. In order to do a Dragon Ball Abridged series, you have to get Goku right. It just wouldn't work otherwise. And Team 4 Star and Masako X knocked it out of the park, let me tell you. Masako X's voice was perfect for Goku in capturing that childlike side of Goku's personality, but also having a serious tone when necessary, and then being able to execute that lovable delinquency that we all love Abridged Goku for. It's rare that we see Goku on our screens and he doesn't say something absolutely ridiculous. He is the Peter Griffin, the Homer Simpson of Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
So, you knew what this was. Just a fight. Nothing more.
You bitch.
He's part of the reason why I got hooked on the series in the first place and has consistently been the most entertaining part of any episode he's in. Almost like a what is Goku going to get himself into next type of thing. Similar to Vegeta, all of Goku's less than favorable traits from the original series got turned up to 11, and because of that we got this lovable buffoon that we've been watching piss off the entire rest of the Abridged universe for over a decade now. It's great.
Alright, Gohan. First thing we're gonna do is focus on getting you Super Saiyan. Now, it won't be easy because Krillin's not here to die for you. But I think with some crunches, pull-ups, and plenty of milk, you'll find your way.
Oh, well, if you really believe in me.
Also, we're gonna fight. A lot.
I need an adult.
I am an adult.
No, you're not.
And that is my top 10 list of my favorite Dragon Ball Z Abridged characters. I just want to say that it's sad to see the series go, man. I mean, I completely understand. I struggle enough as it is trying to put a video together as simple as this once a month. I can't even imagine what it's like to create something like Dragon Ball Z Abridged on a consistent basis. So I get it, but it does still hurt me inside that TFS has called it quits on the series. I'm definitely looking forward to see what happens next. As for you guys, let me know in the comments below some of your favorite characters, some of your favorite quotes and moments. You know, shout out to the Muffin button. I'm just starting to go down a reminiscing rabbit hole in my mind now. But oh yeah, and wait, before I go, I just want to also say thanks so much for the 1,000 subscribers. I know it's not a lot, especially compared to, you know, the YouTubers that have millions and millions of subscribers, but you know, this is the first stepping stone. This is the first milestone. We hit the 1K mark. Now we going for 2K, then 3K, then 10K, then like, what should I call you guys? I don't really like, I have more haters than supporters. I'm still getting hate for that Naruto video, by the way. But I mean, hey, if I'm the son, then I guess you guys are all stars, superstars, you know? It's lit. All right, guys, I'm out. Next video might be Boruto. I'm gonna make it as soon as possible, but until then, leave a like if I'm all right. Subscribe, please, because I'm broke. Let me know anything that you guys want to see me rank next or top 10 next or whatever, you know. Check out some of my other videos. And yeah, man, just one more, just lighters up, pour one out for Dragon Ball Z Abridged, you know. I'm out. Sun time.
Time is racing forward until we arrive.
Shut the hell up, Nappa, and you might survive.
Vegeta, are we there yet?
No, Nappa, no, we're not.
How about now?
No, goddamn, it Nappa.